Have you ever really paused to consider, what are you fundamentally? I mean, is it just this body, the sum of your physical parts? Or is there something more enduring?
That's a big question, isn't it?
It really is. And today, we're diving headfirst into, well, one of humanity's most profound texts on this, the Bhagavad Gita.
Classic.
Specifically, chapter 13. It's often called Kshetrajna Vibhaga Yoga.
Right.
Our mission here, in this deep dive, is to really unpack the ancient wisdom around two key concepts, Kshetra and Kshetrajna.
The field and the knower of the field.
Exactly. And figure out what that actually means for how you see yourself, your existence, the world around you. Think of it as maybe a shortcut to some incredibly deep spiritual insights.
And this whole exploration right there in chapter 13 actually kicks off with Arjuna asking Krishna a very direct question, a fundamental one.
Oh, yeah. What does he ask?
He basically says, look, what is this Kshetra, the body, and what's the Kshetrajna, the thing that knows the body? And crucially, he asks, what's the real difference between them? It just cuts right to the chase, sets the whole stage, really.
That's such a universal question, though, isn't it? It gets right to that who am I feeling we all have sometimes.
Absolutely.
So how does Krishna even start to unpack that for him? It sounds pretty complex.
Well, Krishna breaks it down quite elegantly, actually. He says, okay, the Kshetra, that's simply this physical body we inhabit, this vessel.
The field, like you said.
The field, exactly. And the Kshetrajna is, well, it's that which knows the body. Essentially, it's your individual soul, your Atma.
Okay, so body and soul. Kshetra, Kshetrajna.
Right, but then here's where it gets really fascinating and kind of expands things. While you have your own individual soul, your Atma, in your body, the supreme soul, the Paramatma, you could think of it as God, or the universal consciousness is simultaneously present as a witness, but not just in your body, in every single body.
Oh, wait, so my soul, and then a sort of universal soul present everywhere, too.
Exactly, like a singular universal consciousness that's observing everything happening in all these individual fields all at once.
Wow. Okay, that definitely broadens the canvas. It's not just about me and my body, then. It's about this universal presence connecting everything.
Precisely.
And Krishna takes it deeper, doesn't he? He brings in these concepts, Prakriti and Purusha. How do they fit into this body knower thing?
Yeah, he connects them directly. He explains that both Prakriti, which is material nature, it's sometimes called Maya, the power that creates the world we see.
Illusion, almost.
Kind of, yeah, the perceived reality. And Purusha, which is our eternal soul, the Atma. Both of them are described as beginningless, anadi. They've always existed.
Okay. Beginningless, both nature and soul.
Correct. Now, Prakriti is the source. It's responsible for generating everything material. This body, our senses, the mind, emotions, the whole shebang.
All the stuff we experience.
All the stuff. But the Purusha, our true self, the Atma, its fundamental role is just observer.
Just watching.
Just watching. Think of it like watching a movie. All the drama, the happiness, the sadness, the action that's all playing out on the screen. That's Prakriti.
Right.
But you, the viewer, you're distinct from the movie. You're just observing it. That's the Atma's role.
Yeah.
Witnessing. Without getting tangled up in the plot, ideally.
So all the actions, the good times, the bad times.
Yeah.
That's Prakriti.
According to this, yes. All actions, experiences of happiness, sorrow, they arise from Prakriti. The Atma simply observes. It remains distinct.
That's a really powerful idea. The Atma is this pure, detached observer. But what does that mean for how we should live, how we act?
Big question.
Does Krishna talk about what genuine knowledge or wisdom looks like based on this understanding?
He does, and it's crucial. Krishna explains that true knowledge isn't just about, knowing facts or intellectual stuff.
Okay.
It's really characterized by qualities that show up in how you are, how you behave. Things like humility, nonviolence, ahimsas, forgiveness, simplicity.
Important virtues.
Very. Also, things like dedicated service to a guru, a teacher, and depth self-reflection, contemplation.
So it's about character as much as understanding.
Absolutely. And he says, who's truly wise in this framework? It's the person who really gets that fundamental difference between their own individual soul, the Atma, and the supreme soul, the Paramatma, recognizing both their distinction and their ultimate connection. That deep understanding is wisdom.
Okay, that ties it all together nicely. Humility, understanding the difference between your soul and the universal soul. That makes sense. So if we were to kind of zoom out, connect all these dots, what's the main overarching message here from chapter 13? The biggest thing for you, the listener, to take away?
I think the most important takeaway really is to grasp that fundamental distinction between your physical body, the kshetra, this temporary thing,
Right, the vessel.
and your true self, the immortal soul, the kshetrajna. When you truly grasp that, I mean, really get it, that the soul is eternal and the body is just perishable.
Yeah.
It's not just philosophy, it's genuinely liberating. It can seriously change how you deal with challenges, with loss, how you see what actually matters in life.
Because you stop identifying only with the temporary part.
Exactly. You free yourself from so much anxiety and attachment that comes from thinking this body is all there is. And, to bring it all home, Krishna says a true yogi is someone who doesn't just know this intellectually, but actually perceives that same single paramatma, that universal consciousness present in everything.
In everyone.
Seeing the divine in all beings.
That's it. It's a profound shift. Changes everything.
That is. Yeah, that's a powerful way to put it. Such a deep insight.
Yeah.
So we've journeyed through chapter 13 of the Bhagavad Gita, exploring this really fundamental difference between the temporary body, kshetra, and the eternal soul, kshetrajna. And how understanding that difference, really understanding it, can just fundamentally shift your perspective on yourself and, well, everything else.
It really can. And maybe just a final thought to leave you with, something to mull over.
If that supreme soul, that universal consciousness, the paramatma, is truly present as a witness inside all bodies, what does that really imply about how we should view our connections to other people, to the whole world around us, just in our everyday lives?
That's a great question to reflect on.
Something to think about.